Welcome back to the 888 Poker Weber Cup from the Barnsley Metrodome.
Yeah, we're probably 600 people here. It's standing room only at the Barnsley Metrodome.
Yeah, I managed to get hold of a couple of those bowling pins myself. I'll be taking them back for my two lads who will be glued to Weber Cup 13. And that's good again from Tommy Jones, and I do love the way he recovers. You know, he steps up expecting a 13 every time. Minnie Mouse in the crowd watching on. Wonderful stuff. So possibly a hint there that that's some American fans. They're growing, you know, growing in numbers, and Team Europe not giving the home crowd much to shout about right now.
Yes, it's a wonderful exhibition. As I say, it's the world's best bowlers are here now. All full-time professionals, all play the United States Tour and the World Tour. Bowling is just exploding around the world.
Barrett still in this match. And if he keeps striking and keeps the pressure on Tommy Jones, we will see. But as I was saying before we saw Minnie Mouse, Tommy Jones just deals with the fact that when he doesn't make the 300s, all the Americans, Cass, just lock in or click into this automatic mindset. OK, 300's gone, let's win the point.
Yeah, I would also say that, I mean, they've all had plenty of 300s. I think Chris Barnes had about 50-odd 300 games in his PBA career. So that's not the pinnacle. It's the point that they're looking for. But and the example you say is, yes, let's get the high game out of the way. Let's make sure we win the point and move on. It's very much a team effort rather than an individual, but they certainly combine at times.
Just 4 more points required for the USA to win Weber Cup 13. So the task for Team Europe is just a monumental one. We love to use cliches in the commentary box, obviously, Cass, but they have got a mountain to climb.
Yes, and I'm not sure that they're as good as the European golf side that came back to win the Ryder Cup in golf, but yes, the task ahead of them is great. Dom's doing his bit here, trying to muster a point, but against Tommy Jones, it's not going to be easy.
I think it's that level of consistency when you watch elite sports players in action. The guys that win are not the guys that come up with these amazing shots from time to time. They're the guys that play at such a high level across the board. And it's up to you to get up there and match them and stay with them. And that's not easy.
Consistency is one of the major factors, obviously, in 10-pin bowling. It's repeatability. You have to get yourself lined up with the right ball, the right line, the right rotation, hit the pocket consistently, and they just repeat and repeat and repeat. And as we've seen, Tommy Jones is one of the guys that can do this on a very consistent basis. It's one of the top players in the world. And as I said previously, it's great that the English bowling fans come out to see these stars in person here at the Barnsley Metrodome.
Yeah, let's hope it inspires the next generation to move into the sport. Tommy Jones once again fixes his mark with that steely glare. And once again, that was never in doubt. That just looked great all the way. Boston Youth bowling in to watch. And we really do have a plethora of clubs out there. Just watching these guys go at it. But as I say, so many Team Europe supporters here in the Barnsley Metrodome, and at the moment looking very disconsolate indeed. They need something. They need something to happen, and maybe we'll get a momentum shift, because traditionally over the years that's what the Weber Cup has been about. And what Team Europe need now is a momentum shift that will bring them back in to contention. But that would require a lot of back-to-back wins, Cass.
Well, I mean, maybe one of them could have a 300 game, perhaps. That would certainly get the crowd going. Certainly get the commentary team going as well.
It's good. It's really good from Dom Barrett, on for a potential maximum of 268, which would win most games.
Yeah, well, he's still in with a chance. I mean, Tommy's got to do something drastically wrong or leave a big split or something like that, have an open frame. But at the moment, he's just locked into that pocket. Even the 9 spare was a great-looking shot. Pretty devastating looking scorecard there for Jones. Stepping up for frame 8 now. He hasn't missed the pocket. And quite honestly, I can't see him missing it. He's just locked into this lane.
Beautiful. It really is just a joy to watch when these guys hit their mark.
It's becoming almost exhibition stuff, isn't it, from Tommy Jones?
I don't know if you just caught that little smile as he sat down in the chair. He is loving this. He is loving sticking it to Team Europe. He's a fierce competitor, Tommy Jones.
All the guys on both teams are pretty much showmen, and there is a little bit of rivalry and banter that goes on. Only on the lane, not off the lane. They're great powers off the lane. But to do it on screen in front of all these people, yeah, they get a great deal of satisfaction from ramming a 260 or a 270 game up their opponent.
Certainly heading that way in terms of the 270s. Now, Barrett can only strike and keep asking the questions. And as brilliant as Tommy Jones is, he is fallible. We've seen that at Weber Cup 13. And a ring in 10 does not help. Got a little tickle from a couple of the messengers, but nothing significant.
Just a fraction light in the pocket as the ball went in. And that 6-pin just jumps flat round that 10-pin. Wasn't perfect, and that can only be a spare, so he's going to fall further behind, unfortunately.
Seen quite a few of those brain balls being carried around by fans here at the Metrodome. It's clearly started a bit of a craze.
Well, yeah, young Dom's a bit of a trendsetter, shall we say. Just looking for a bit of divine intervention, perhaps, but this man has a great future in the world of 10-pin bowling. He's been recognised by lots of the international players as, well, he's a major star already, but a star of the future and beyond.
His spare ball always reminds me of some sort of Hammer horror film with the experiment jar with the brain in it. It's served him well, I have to say. He's bowled some great spares at this tournament. But it's the strikes that he needs, and Tommy Jones makes another one. Well, you could set your watch by him, couldn't you, at Weber Cups?
Yes, I mean, it's pretty crazy. How close could this be to a... We could have actually had 9 strikes in a row. Just that single pin spare in the 4th. His scorecard looks absolutely great.
Mika Koivuniemi watching on from the sidelines. He plays with the man next to him, Stuart Williams, in the next Scotch doubles. And, well, who'd want to beat Osku Palermaa right now? Talk about the loneliest place at Weber Cup 13.
I was going to say, the look on his face kind of sort of sums it up a little bit, doesn't it? Another single pin lead from Dom, and yes, the pressure on the captain. He's there to inspire the rest of the lads. But it's just kind of not working at the moment. Hard and fast from Dom. This game is over. It's just a matter that Tommy Jones is going to go 279.
Well, he's not happy, Dom Barrett, because he knows the demand, he knows what was required, and so does fiancée Cassie watching on, sitting next to Stuart Williams' girlfriend Tina, and discussing what might have been. It's not a poor score, you know. 236 is competitive, it's okay, but as you said, Cass, you know, the last 4 singles yesterday from the Americans were 240 plus.
And this game just puts that average up as well. It's awesome bowling from Tommy Jones, the man from South Carolina. Just unbelievable. It's so great to watch.
Some crazy numbers at this year's Weber Cup. It really has been a fantastic display from Team USA, and the only thing that we're missing is that European comeback, and we can just keep hoping that they will find something from the remaining matches, but they are running out of time here. TJ for once, just a touch wide, maybe a little bit of experimentation with that ball just to see if he could take it there, but the job is already done.
Spare here for 268. Keeps his average up as well. Now it's time for the crowd to join in as well. Just a little bit late for Tommy, but another point for USA. And the scores are on the doors.
Pretty emphatic then from TJ. And that's acknowledged by Dominic Barrett. You would have heard how much Chris Barnes admires the young Englishman's attitude. He is a fine sportsman. And he was so desperate to bring that one home for Team Europe, but it hasn't happened. And the Blues move further into the red, as it were. Pretty hollow applause from the crowd here at Barnsley.
This has not been a bad game from Dom Barrett. He's going to be 230 plus. And normally you would expect, you know, probably to win on that one, but on this single lane at Barnsley, it's been very high scoring, and the Americans have really taken advantage of that.
The talisman for Team USA, yeah, quite right. We're not worthy, says Dom Barrett. And in such exalted company, it's always going to be tough. But Tommy Jones, once again, does the business on the Weber Cup show lane. 268 to 236. Team USA put another point on the board. Confirmation then of just how tough things are getting for Team Europe, and I make that 6 games on the bounce for Team USA. It's all red in session 4, and the Americans lead Team Europe by 14 to 7. Tony Wrighton is with TJ.
Tommy, how good does that sea of red on the scoreboard look?
It looks great. You know, 3 more matches and we can retain the cup, which is our goal to come here. And you know, you said it earlier, the Ryder Cup collapse. Fortunately, we were in Thailand and didn't get to see it, so we want to make sure that we finish this off the right way.
We've heard a lot in the past about momentum in sport, and particularly in the Weber Cup. We see it year after year. When one team starts to amass a few points, how important is that momentum for you?
Well, it's super important for us because obviously if they start blowing good, the crowd gets more into it, and it can just spiral out of control for us. So it's something we want to keep them at bay and keep them sitting on their hands a little bit, and hopefully finish this off.
You look almost like you were enjoying that last game. Did we see a hint of a smile from you there?
Yeah, I like this lane a lot. So shortly after I threw the double, I thought I could actually bowl 300 again, but I don't know why.
Well, you're doing very well, Tommy. Congratulations. Well done. Another point for Team USA. Europe need a flash of inspiration. Could it come from the Moose? Find out next.